All right. Good morning. What a predator. DDD. Coper. How's it going? Good morning. Good morning. All right. Oh, sleepy. Very sleepy today. Let's mark some areas out. Mark off some areas. Let's get some of these taken out. Still got the data low down there, 21,055. You have so we got Asia here. We got NVIDIA here. And then London. Kind of an obscure London low. I don't think it's going to be too much of a factor. The ad was just about a cold. No, it wasn't me. What up, Timbo? Morning, Robert. Morning, Martian. Francis in the house. There's Max in there barking. What up, Black Beauty? How you doing? Let's see kind of what we get here at open. Anyone using FX? I've never heard of that one, Moses. Never heard of that one. Kind of chopping around here for now. FX Iffy. Yeah, I don't know who that is. Good morning, CK. You can only take so much of beginner trading channel. Beginner trading channel. I don't know. I haven't been on there very much. 4 red days today. Will we see a reversal? Coper, I have no idea. What up, John? Tom? I mean, we have a lot of stuff down low that kind of makes sense, right? A lot of stuff down low. But it doesn't mean that we have to go take it. We have a lot of kind of wicks, a lot of consolidation up in this area here for 53. So maybe we run that. Something similar. To this stuff up here. But, you know, so I don't know. Kind of a, I don't really know what direction we're thinking. So still got a lot of stuff down below there, but we could just continue to go up. I don't know. I really don't know. But I don't think it's outside the question to think that we can't sweep into that kind of 409 area. So we'll see. So far, CK, I think we're red 200, 150. You think 21 450 is maybe the draw? Yeah, I mean, I kind of think that too, Tom, at least in the early. Everyone who hates me, criticizes me, they're jealous of me, they have no life. Actually, I feel sorry for them. Oh. Who said that, Trev? I don't know who said that. Yeah, CK very well could be. But we're doing good. Okay, we're doing okay so far. I did take one pre-market trade on my eval 545. We did take profit. Did after just 2 days of trading. You know, they did give me the other Take Profit Pro accounts, so got those linked to the copier. It was like 5 years ago today. Oh, everyone who hates me criticize me. Who is that? You have a short at 409? A short? Yeah, Timo could go there for sure. Could go there. All right. Let's see what Mancini has to say, because I didn't even mark out his levels yet today. We'll look at the news in a moment. 59.88 must reclaim to resume up. We are above 88 now. 58 to 62 is still support. Still have those levels marked out. Sell below. Doesn't really say anything above that. 59.88 is kind of the magnet, it says. So, Jonathan, let's run to the 21,600. I mean, maybe, but I don't know, it's tough to say. What do we got as far as news today? Anything? Let's see. We have 10 a.m. Fed Vice Chair of Supervision Barr speaks at 10. Pending home sales. Non-red folder. Bowman speaks at 11:45. Harker speaks at 3:15. So, not much, to be honest. What up, Pine Tree? How you doing? You need 6025. Seems reasonable. You guys see Max right there? Y'all see Max over my shoulder? Look at him. He's looking out the window. Maxie. So I don't know. I'm just going to kind of react to the market today. Maybe be a little more patient on my funded trade than I was yesterday. But yeah. Good morning, Rob. All right, we're back. Open the curtains for Max there. Open the curtains so he could see out since he wanted to look. Didn't want him to be struggling to see out the window. So maybe we got a little more natural light in here today. It's a nice day outside. Been a couple of nice days here in Georgia. A couple of nice days. Having a snowstorm, Pine Tree, after that nice day. A little patience. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't know that song. All right. That's why you ran outside. Your buddy says whenever he loses a trade, he just blames Tom Sabo. Doesn't matter what happened. That's a pretty good idea. It's Tom Sabo's fault. Peaches come from a can. They were put there by a man. You're moving to Florida? All right, Trev. Where are you living now, Trev? Jacksonville, Florida. It's one of my favorite places. I shouldn't admit that, but it is. Tom's a good lad, Rob says. I agree. He is. I like Tom. Colorado? Man, Colorado's nice too. Never been to Colorado, but I do know that it's a beautiful country. Beautiful country. Are these headphones already beeping like they're dying? Oh my goodness. But yeah, I got to reach out to Tom actually. Let me do that right now. Got 2 minutes till open, but I got enough time to DM Tom. Tom will probably be during London, I'm gonna guess. Joint stream for London? Question mark. We'll see what he says. What up, Yuri? Good morning. Sure he'll be fine with it unless he's busy. Yoma, not yet. Gotta ask Yoma too. Guys to ask Yoma too. Maxie said, woo. Might be busy watching the new BMW. Could be. Got to get him out there. Get him off that BMW, you know. Get him off that Beamer. The daily chart on NQ. I don't know. Can't even pull the daily up. There it is. You only give me 3 days. We need more than 3 days, bro. I don't know. Still kind of got low resistance down here. I mean, a sweep down into the 650s. Maybe. Push back up a little higher, possibly. I don't know. We'll see. Gotta see what happens. If the market doesn't go up, I'm going to be staying on Tom Sabo's couch. Good morning, Jay. Golfacita and bacon. I do kind of expect a quick run into that 380s, maybe even the 450s. Yeah, I have a hard time seeing it on the TREF, on the daily, just because I don't know. I mean, I get it; it's the same thing, right? But all right, here we go. Here's the open. Pull back. 330s. ES above the VWAP here. If we get above the 350, we'll see. Yeah, Treff, that's true. All right, I think we run up here. Let's see if we can get to that kind of 386 area. Again, kind of above 350 here. I think we'll see what happens. Choppy so far. Good morning, Angel. Yes, back to the VWAP there. See if the ES holds the VWAPs. Nasdaq pulling back, 330s. Kind of hit the 350s and just kind of rejected there. Can it go this time on the push? Yes, looks a little better there. We popped these top here, I think we go. So let's see, 360s. $365 there. Pull that Patrick Whelan on you guys. Might get stop break even. That's okay if we do. Actually, do I need to? I'm going to leave my stop down here. I'm going to give it 16 points. Looking for that push through the 86. May not get it. If this doesn't hold, then we probably go down. Might be what happens. Let's see. Good morning, Andy. Now, if we get back above this high, then I will go stop to break even. I want to see some expansion back above that high. Oh, come on. I'm going to let it stop me here if it comes back. I don't like that it's chopping there. And I think it's going to go there, but yeah, stop me out, break even. It's all right. Good morning, futures trader. You're long, 359. Yeah, I feel like it's going to go. I might have should have just taken my scalper points there. Maybe. Yeah, impeccable. That's a good idea. Man, I got some. That was annoying. I have no idea, DDD. We don't know. We have no idea. I mean, a lot of times we get these opens like this and then it picks a direction. So, it's not really much to do here. I mean, if you're on an eval, you can be aggressive if you want. But now we're getting the push. Holding up there at the pivot point 380. We had resistance there before. If we get above that 386 there, we really could start to go. Excuse me. ES breaking through the 6004 there. Next target up, maybe 6014 up there. Get through this pivot here. We should see a decent sized candle. See if we can. Kind of rejecting the pivot there for now. We hold that 350 psych level there. What in the world? Yeah, we do have some news at 10. It's not 3-star though. It's just 2-star. We do have a speaker though. All right, pushing down here. Pushing down. Goodness, stupid cough. There's the push lower. It's kind of the short area I was looking for earlier. I might take this on a retest here. So if it closes, I'm going to look for a push back up. Looks like it's going to. All right. Yeah, no push back up. I would have paid right away, but too scary to enter there. That would have paid immediately. Bounce off the VWAP there. Kind of interesting. Of course, if I entered that, it would not have, it wouldn't have pushed through there at all. You know how that goes. It's just going here. Feels kind of bad sitting it out, but yeah, Mark, it's just going down. I mean, not much you can do there. Yes, back to the 88. This thing's just stumping, man. I should have taken that. In hindsight, obviously, but there was the short entry there. 70 points. Again, you got NVIDIA wick down here at 21,055. Look like that's where it's going. Into filling the gap that is lower on the ES. Yeah, I think so too, but $951 on the ES. 30 more points down. I mean, we can either try to find a spot to get in that maybe makes sense, that maybe it's not our setup, but we'll see. First payout of the year, Francis. 9K. Let's go. You the man. Yeah, Masterful Bull Trap. It kind of did this yesterday, right, Futures Trader? You remember yesterday we almost took out the overnight high on the push up, did not, and then we pushed lower. This is almost the exact same setup. Kind of trap above and then didn't. Straight to settlement. Yeah. It's just like there's not a single green candle in this, guys. This thing is just going to go straight to the Asia low, straight to the NVIDIA. It's not going to offer us an opportunity. So Yeah, the 15-minute opening range trade. There's nothing wrong with that. We're coming up on the 15 minutes. Yes, just took out Asia. I mean, just tap midnight open. Yeah, you could kind of. That push back up into the 250 might make sense here. I don't know. Two 10-point sell off. Yeah. Feels like a buy the dip type of day. I don't know, Mark. There's no dip. There's no buys yet. No push back up yet. Just not. So I do think that, well, it's not a very big gap. It's still 30 seconds for it to be left. If we do leave a gap here, I think it will go along with bias. So if we do close below it, we could take it. There's not a clear break even, but right now the gap's not very big. It's only 8 points. And now there's no gap. Not even a 15-second gap. So we'll kind of see here. I mean, we're in a tricky spot here. ES not quite as weak. Or ES, yeah. Well, I guess you could technically say ES is a little weaker. I don't know. Not offering us anything here. An opportunity to get in, that is. I'm trying to look for a spot, but it's just not much. You just watch at this point. That's all you can do. I mean, there'll be opportunities. We just got to wait for them. Just got to wait for them. $108 is Asia all the way down there. $105.5, or what is it? $0.55 below that is the Nvidia earnings. So it's been doing the same type of pattern. Yes, I agree. Tech T says bear flag. Does look like a bear flag, but not a very built out one. Difficult to just take that, in my opinion. Watching the ES here. ES did not make a low yet. We do have an SMT right now with the ES. Not much to do here. We're coming into the macro. Coming through the 160s here. ES making a new low, so. Making it through the 150s here. So. Looks like we're just headed to the 108s, at least. Even the 055s, maybe. Finally, a little push back up here. Huh. I don't want to like marry those, the push lower, but it does seem as though it's going to happen. Waiting for a reaction. I need some sort of pushback up to get in. I don't normally like the 9 touch before 10 a.m., but maybe it makes sense here. Here comes the Asia low. Maybe we get a bounce out of that area. Again, looks like the NVIDIA 21050. This thing could run really fast into this area. Has the ES got there yet? Nope. 951 on the ES. Could go quickly here. We break the 90, I think we waterfall. Into the 55, probably lower. Through the 90 there. I did jump in on the eval through the 90 here. Just look for the push into 55. All right. I think we run into the 40s even. Didn't get it over there in time to show you. I mean, I just couldn't find a spot to get in there with, on my funded accounts because it just might rip higher. There's nothing you can do about it. So up $1,200 on the eval. Looked like a push to retest yesterday's low. Yeah, I tend to agree. Nothing wrong with that. I hate weeks. I mean, that's kind of annoying there, to be honest. The 043, which is 100 points lower, I mean, still could get hit. Because the ES still has room lower. But we'll see. It's annoying. I kind of wanted to get in on this pivot retest, but it was a little too scary. I wasn't even going to just park an order there. I was going to wait for the break back through, and I just didn't. If you don't have a setup, well, to be fair, we did have a setup. This was the setup here, and I wanted a retest to get in to shorten my stop a little bit, and just did not get it. So, I mean, this is the entry here. I mean, look at that entry. That's really your entry. 255 points with really no pullbacks is what it is. So, news in 3 minutes. Feels bad that we missed it, but it's all part of the game. I mean, you're going to win some, you're going to lose some. What can you do? So, yes, still has not ran the data low yet. So, still got a few more points to go there. Could be a spot where you could you might get reshort 55 here on a pushback up, but would be kind of scary. Oh yeah, probably futures trader. Probably quite a few. Morning Zero, good morning. Or Citizen Zero. I did not Citizen Zero. I did on an eval, but man, this was my entry up here, and I just didn't take it. I saw it, I called it out, and I was like, I want to retest. Sometimes trying to get a retest costs you. All right, ES has ran the data low there as well. So let's see if we continue lower, or if it's, or if we get a little bounce in this spot. We are kind of at the 21,000 level here, which is a psych level. Maybe get a little bounce here back into the 20s. I could maybe try a little suit play here, but like, it's not really what I do. But I do think a push back into that pivot at 25 makes sense. And there's the rip higher. There's the 20s. So I would have paid immediately on a little suit play. Like, this makes sense, right? The whole number, psychological level. We ran the data low on both, ES and Nasdaq. That's one of those trades, like, it's not my setup, but it just makes sense to have a bounce there. So, yeah, Tom, I see the low at the 940s. That's where I think we might be going. What up, Stock Tiger? Yeah, we haven't taken any funded trades yet, Stock Tiger. So, we're doing okay. We're just, yes. I kind of want to just jump in here for this pushback down, but it's probably way too low to short, to be honest, but I think it works. Kind of sneeze, guys. Always happy to see you too, Stock Tiger. Citizen Zero, it's just the data low from NVIDIA And plus, the hourly had an obvious low that I've been targeting for like 3-4 days now. I'm kind of shocked that we hadn't already hit it. You know, so I don't think anything per se is triggering it. It's just you have these obvious drawn liquidities, and the market's just going there. That's all. There's 10 o'clock. And pushed it right through the 43s. This could be a good soup area too. I don't think it's as clean of an area. That is why yen is life, yeah. Negative numbers, yeah. I don't know, Will, and I don't really pay attention to the news numbers, to be honest. Because here's the thing. You can have good numbers and you'd be like, oh, the market should go up. The market will say, wrong. Down we go. So the market has its own agenda. So I don't really pay attention to the numbers typically. Like this gap is 50 points. It's a 50-point gap. It's insane. And I honestly don't even know if I have anything else marked out. I don't even know. I don't have anything else marked out. Let's look to the left. We have another wick down here. I mean, 763. We don't really have anything in here holding us up. Bulenox is crazy slow today. Yeah, sometimes they're like that. You have 670 level for weekly. Is that what I just marked out? Close. Yes, tapped into the 5933. $59.88 reclaimed to pop. Man, I do kind of like this now. The ES bounced off that level there. The news data tends to mean more when the market is downtrending. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Covered at 65. You only left 30 points on the table. It's okay. It's all right. And then we obviously have a 50 plus point gap here. Which, I mean, theoretically would be pretty bullish if we close above it. But what I'm going to have to wait for is a close above, a pullback, right? And then something that gives me an entry opportunity with a smaller stop. That's what I will have to look for. NVIDIA, flush it. Something. You'll put the eval away, Trav. Looking good on it. I should probably put my eval away too. I'm up 13 and a quota. Day one. 13 and a quota. Oh, the eval is daily loss limit. 51 point gap. So you traded too early. That's what happens when I trade first 15 to 30 minutes. Yeah. So I'm going to need some sort of close above here, pull back, higher low, and maybe get an SMT paired with it would be nice. I'm not going to take this just on the close. If you got the stones to take it, go for it. Break even and scale would be up here at 35 points. I mean, I don't know that I can take it here like that. I mean, I only got a 15-point stop loss. It could just go. It could, but what up, Yoma? Andy's long. You need to trade of structure and volume. Yeah. Yoma, I was going to do a 12-hour stream tomorrow. I was going to see if you wanted to join. I know you're not streaming right now, but see if you wanted to join for a bit. Maybe, I don't know if you're busy, but maybe during like the 4 Eastern or 5 Eastern to like 6 or 7 Eastern. So it'd be like 10 a.m. to like 11 a.m. for you, I think. Are you busy? You made 3.5Ks. Let's go, Moses. You the man. You the man. Uh, 4 a.m. I'm going to start it at 2 a.m. So maybe it might probably be like 5 a.m. It's going to be London time. Early. Perfect. This is kind of what I wanted, but I wanted it to close above. And it didn't. Yes, back to the 51, which was the data wick. Nasdaq did not make it back to the data wick yet. Okay, appreciate you, Yoma. So let's see if we put in a higher low here and we get an inverse off that. So far, it doesn't look like that's going to be what we get, but we'll see. Honestly, could probably just take it now. Kind of holding up there at the 9 EMA. Anybody jump in on that dump? I didn't. Feels bad. Feels bad. We'll see. Starting tomorrow. I'm starting at 3 a.m., John, tomorrow. Maybe even 2. We're going to be doing a 12-hour stream. So if I start at 3, I'll end at 3. But I'm thinking of starting at 2 and ending at 2 because I have to pick my daughter up from school. But we'll see. Yeah, we're going to do a 12-hour stream. So let's see how many evals we can pass or fail. Pass/fail? Question mark. Let's go, Loot. Nice job. 20 points, Owlboy. Hey, that's better than nothing, right? It's better than nothing. For sure. Oh, darn it. Oh, man, I just missed that entry. I was kind of looking for a little bull flag breakout here. Well, should have gotten long off the 80. Might still play. Let me see if I can get along. Well, it's going to go without me now. If we pull back into the 80, I might take this. If it breaks the high, then nope. I should have probably just jumped in. I wanted to jump in there. It would have worked. All right, here comes the close. This is going to be, I'm going to look for a spot to get in here. And if it just runs without me, I'll just cry later. This is kind of your break-even spot up here. Left equal highs there. Pull back. Pull it back. Oh, well. It's just going to go without me here. I mean, that's what happens, right? When I don't take it, it rips without me. When I do take it, it's like, oh, let me pull back. Yeah, I'm sticking to the rules. Yoma, I think we're about break even or so. We are about break even. Might try a retest of the 21. Well, it's not going to give it to me. It's not going to give it to me. Kind of, I don't know. Not much I can do there. I mean, I could have just entered twice. So that's 2 trades I missed today where I just didn't pull the trigger. I mean, I don't know that it's going to run 35 points right away, right? I don't know. So that 055 level might be a good short area, but we could just blast through too. So yeah, it just ripped right through it. Feels bad. Oh well. $180 push back up. Holy cow! It doesn't look that big, but it is. So kind of missing opportunities today. That's a little bit annoying, but you're going to have some days like that, right? The good news is I don't really feel FOMO here. The ball it would have taken to grab that long at the bottom, no way. Well, the balls, well, I hate weeks. Actually, the balls didn't have to be that big, and I'm going to show you why. Look at the ES. 33 is the key level. That's the low that had to hold. Boom. Straight off the 33 there. Now, if I had the stones to do it, I would have, but no. No. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do, Futures Trader. 220s kind of makes sense. Just needed to find a spot to get in. Just haven't found one yet that makes sense. Maybe that 50 EMA touch makes sense up there with the Asia low, kind of in the same area. That would kind of maybe align with the ES touching the VWAP. We'll see. I just, I'm trying to be patient here. I don't want to do anything too crazy. Try to find a spot. If we find one, great. If we don't, that's all right too. Problem with entry models, mine never works when the market is this crazy. Yeah. Yeah, VWAP makes sense. I mean, I don't hate a short at this 120 level. You know, the first touch off the 50. But you might not get a reaction there. We'll see. You never know, right? First 50 touch is usually pretty strong. Might come out better with the long. But with the long, it's like, where do you put your stop? I don't really know. Could stab here. Stop at the body of this candle, but... 30-point bounce off the 5-minute 9. Yeah, I didn't even see it. You're off to get some groceries. All right, we'll see you. Appreciate you, Yoma. All right, I might try a bounce here. All right, I'm in. Let's go. Let's go. That's too good of a reaction right there off the 9 not to take it. I know that was fast, guys, but sometimes that's how you got to be. Just trying to find a spot that made sense. Finally found one and took it. So... $300, $300, $300. See if everything, I heard multiple beeps, so I just want to make sure everything copied correctly. $300. I mean, that trade was like less than probably like 3 seconds. That's the kind of trades I like. So, take profit. 325 on the take profit accounts there. 325. Bulenox should be like 600. Oh, wait. Well, that's the lead account. Never mind. That one's fine. These accounts, 600. So I'm only 1,000 away from payout on that one. And then 600. So, boom. Was patient. Found a spot. Thought it made sense. Little 9 bounce there. Waited for some confirmation. I was going to drag my stop up to there, but it went so quickly that I didn't have to. You the man forever. You the man. Just DC8 Apex PAs to the point where Darrell's head is going to blow off. Oh, man. Yeah, I tried to be patient there. I felt bad that I missed those other two trades. But that little pullback, we retested the NVIDIA low there. And then we had the 9 and the 21 crossing. So I just wanted to see if we got a little response there out of that area. Also, another thing to note that I really didn't tell you guys. Mancini says the reclaim of this area pushes us back to 88. So this is your reclaim of this area here. So we pulled back and tested the opening print of this candle. That was also lining up with what I was kind of looking at over there. So Mancini thinks that we retrace back up to the magnet at 88. So if you're following his information. Now, I don't trade the ES, but this is where I still use the ES to kind of find spots on the Nasdaq. As weird as that sounds. Now, I know that sounds funky, but that's what we do. So by the time you saw that trade, I was probably already out of that trade. That's how fast that was. You need the crystal ball. Yeah, no, it's just technical analysis for him. He's just very good at it. And I could trade his levels. I mean, he called that 33 level. Let's see here. Hold on. So yeah, I don't really use his. I don't use it to like to take entries and exits on. Obviously, if I did, I would have just longed off the 33. But it does help me to know where we might reverse and things like that. ES is the daddy Nasdaq generally follows. I mean, it depends, Mark. I mean, some days are like that, some days aren't. I do think this might be a decent rejection spot for looks maybe a small 8-10 point grab. Maybe a pullback into the 80. But really scary to just try to short. You know, you can see that's just getting, well, yeah, you're just getting wrecked there. So I'm glad I didn't wait for that, because that's kind of what I was trying to wait for there. It's just so bullish right now. Look at the ES. $22 points. If you got in, if you were someone with some Bluesky and you got in there, 55 points on the ES is insane. So funny when you're not in it, how it just goes like that. But if you took this trade, it wouldn't do it. All right, so back to the 88 there on the ES. Forever, I like the speed of the Nasdaq. So it was very, very fast. That trade I took was, but yeah, I like the ES moves a little slower for me, in my opinion. I mean, you don't get 3-second trades on the ES typically, right? Looking for 15 points or something like that. That would be like a 2 or 3 point move on the ES, but that's all. You're in, oh, let's go, Mark. You're in with 5 micros. Caught 50 off that 5-minute inversion, one of your better trades in a while. Yeah, that inversion was so difficult. Like, I mean, I don't know. I needed a pullback there, and then we had already hit the break even. So closing in on VWAP, very much so. And also probably a little more than 50% of the range here as well, or right at it. So we're at 50% of the range. VWAP sits in OTE there. So in my opinion, you know, if you want to be safe, no more longs. If you're not already in long, I would not be looking for longs. If you want to be safe. You can see ES hit that. ES might have hit OTE. Let me see. Indeed, ES pushed up way past OTE there. It's the stronger indice here. So if you're looking for an entry still, this would be a solid short. It really would be. So if you get a little bit of a death candle through here, this will be a solid short spot. How much is the stop on this? Holy cow. It's like that one down here is 45 points. And yeah, you could kind of target that. Target 035 there on the push down. Now, the only thing you got to ask yourself is, does the short make sense? That's the only thing I would say. Like, do we have lower targets that make sense to take out with a short? Probably not, because we already took out basically everything. But mechanically speaking, this would be an okay short. Probably, I don't know about now, because that candle right there didn't really close bearish at all. But if you had a death candle through here, you could certainly take it. And it looks like there are equal lows right here too. I didn't even see that. Are those equal lows? Let's see, 53.50. No, they're off by a tick. Never mind. My eyes have failed me once again. What am I using to see your potential stop on a trade? I just use 15 points. So. What up, ICT? I blew my accounts earlier, man. You remember, you came in and poked fun of me. You were like, ha, ha, ha. You took a little more heat on that than I like, but felt pretty comfy. Nice. Your girlfriend's uncle's kid flexed, making $150 a day. Nice. So, yeah, initial balance is ready. Yeah, I kind of think this probably holds. I mean, if it does trigger, you know, I don't think it's terrible. Too big of a stop, to be honest. That's your brokerage. I mean, the only thing about this that I don't like if this long did trigger, I mean, you're longing in premium. So like to me, you know, you still need a little pullback. Maybe retest this area, high or low. Put something in down there to kind of get you in long. But we'll see. That's how much your cigar cost? That's what my cigar cost. Thank you. Come again. Fib it out, bro. I did, Trev. I'm not going to take this. I think it's too high. Wait for something better. Should have told him to buy GME. Yeah. Hey, nothing wrong with a GME buy. Maybe. ES is above the VWAP here. Nasdaq is below the VWAP. So I just feel like we could sell down here a bit. Like I said, I think it's just a little too hot along here. And this could go all the way back to the overnight highs. It could. You know, 360, 386? 409s, 451s. But to me, I don't know. If you're not already in longs from down here, you know, if you're not long from here or long from here, you know, kind of like we were, then you're late to the game and you should just sit it out. In my opinion. Trying to be, you know, a little smarter with the trades. So, risk 1%. $15. $15 a day. Man, is it me or did volatility just die? I mean, look at those last 5 candles. Look at those last 5 candles. Down on Topstep. $1.20. Oh, okay. Well, what is 1%? Yeah, 1% is $1.20. I guess you're right. Dude, math is hard. Guys, we are going to be doing a 12-hour stream tomorrow unless I don't wake up. Yeah, everyone grabbing a coffee. Yeah, after a, what was that sell off this morning that we just watched? How far? 482 point sell off, and we just sat here scratching our back. I don't know what you call it. Scratching our chin. I am proud of my patience with that, though, because it would have been easy to just try to jump in. I did think this first green bar right here, I was considering on this push back up, once we got back below the pivot here, I wanted to jump in and have my stop there, but hesitated and it went without me. One of those things, ICT, I don't know. Up 60 cents, let's go! 60 cents, let's go! All right, do I take this on? I got one funded account that I've not taken a trade on. I don't want to have a 40-point stop, though, is the problem. So I'm not going to take it. I'm going to wait for potential long setups once we get back through the 35 level. I do think this is an A setup. That is a dirty-ass close right there, though. But this is an A setup, in my opinion. And should at least retrace back to 35. Your stop to break even will be here, which would also be a scale spot because that is 40 points, as insane as that sounds. But you need to wait for the actual close below. No close below yet. Need to wait at least 15 minutes. Prefer 30 before your first trade. Nothing wrong with that. It kind of gives you like a feel for the market, right? So, yeah, exactly. Forever Noble. Just noticed we got the data wick from last night that I got burned on. Yeah, we did. I got burned on it too. A meme coin, you were up 100x, and as soon as I was about to sell it, rugged, and I got out at 43 cents profit. Oof. That's crazy. Okay, there's the entry. The official entry. I do like that it's below the 21 and the 9 there. I do think this works. A high probability of the time. I'm just not willing to take it. I sure did. I blew a 150K Take Private Trader test account. Had a pretty good daily green streak going too. Well, that's okay, Trev. You're going to have bad days, right? ICT short. Let's go. Someone actually tried trading the NVIDIA earnings. I did. Your ninja's not working? Uh-oh. All right, so here's the dump, guys. Again, this is your break even in scale, but this is a lot of points. I probably would be out before then, me personally, but you know how that goes. Now, if we create an internal here on any sort of a pullback, then that would become your break even spot. But if we don't, this is still break even. Just kind of watching it here. It's at the 70s. ES below the VWAP here. Should go. You'd be the king there. Or in India. 40 points, 2 contracts. You reconnected. It seems okay. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Bulenox. Mine seemed fine. I only took the one trade on it. All right, there's break even and scale. So stop to break even 86.50. I would target 35. You could leave a runner on for something lower if you wanted to. But this, to me, is the low-hanging fruit. Low-hanging fruit there. $35 would be a 45-point banger. Because I'm already green on the day, and I only take one trade per day on my fundeds ICT, and I'm also maxed out pretty much on my eval too. My eval's up 1,300 and I don't know, 1,300 and something. 1325, I think. I don't even know which one it is. Where's it at? Yeah, I'm up 1325 on this eval, so not much left to do there on that. So I don't know if you can buy Topstep in India. I have no idea. How many payouts have I gotten from Bulenox? Probably 10 or so. This is a good sign here. Going to put in a 1 minute OB potentially. Yeah, Coach Fred. That's another reason why I didn't take it. I mean, look at your stop. Your close back above 60 points. I mean, tough to take that trade, especially with a mini. Maybe 2-3 micros you could take that. But one mini, very, very tough to take that with. All right, and one tick from the target. Of course, if I was in the trade, you know that's what would happen. Now, I looked like one tick, but it's not really. What's the low? 36.50. The target's 35.50. But you get the idea. It's right there at it. I think so. ICT. I think they're 12 years old. No, I've never had anything denied come on. No, the only ever payout I've ever heard denied on Bulenox is the one guy that had like $300,000-$400,000. All right, you would have been stopped there. And he, I don't know, you know, they said he was doing high frequency trading or whatever the case may be. I'm not quite sure. And that's the only one I've ever heard. How much in affiliates this year? I don't know. ICT probably. What did I make last month? Last month we made around 15K, and I think we'll make around the same this month. So maybe a little less this month because there's less days. Maybe like 14 or something. So yeah, we're gonna be banging out the payouts, man. We just got to get them there. The key is to get to the payout level, and then you just start banging them out, right? So 15K is good. I'm not mad about it, but you got to remember that's what these big timers make in a day. I'm making that in a month. I'm making that just in a month. Oh goodness. And guys, what level did the ES just bounce off of? What level? The buy zone. Just bounced off the buy zone. Can't make this stuff up, guys. You can't make it up. Any payouts from Tradeify? Not yet, Kamal. I haven't. I mean, obviously people have been getting paid. Let's go, Tom. Nice job. You'd be interested in a long. I think it's a good spot to long now, too. He was researching about Indian economy. Look at that boner candle off that, man. This is insane. So pretty much made it back to the 50% mark there. I mean, that was a pretty solid target. I mean, we're off by 1 point, but, you know. We outlined that trade pretty well. I mean, if you took that, congratulations. I mean, 40-point winner, 50-point winner. I mean, at the end of the day, if you got some of that, that's pretty solid. You don't need the whole 50 points. Take 20, take 10, take 15, whatever. So, did I have any weird reels show up yesterday? No. Murders, assault, weapons? No. You took this on the 30-second long. Was there a 30-second long? I didn't see one. I mean, I don't really see a 30-second long. I mean, I don't know. Unless you're talking about this higher up one. I'm not quite sure. There's one there, but it failed. Unless you just had your stop. I mean, even if you had stopped the low, still wouldn't have worked. Unless you waited for that second push up. Maybe that's what you did. Nothing clear. Again, we're back up in this inversion. We'll see kind of what happens here. If we close above this, That's not an entry model, but that will give you a little confirmation that maybe we push higher. Got kind of an obvious looking area there at 232. 318's the bottom of another inversion. Overnight high 386. Previous day high 453. So you do got some levels up there. I wouldn't be shocked for us to end up in that area. I do think if we get above the VWAP here and we can build structure, then this might be the low may be in. But that remains to be seen. We'll see. Second push up, it's quite a momentum trade, not A+. Yeah, it's fine. Nothing wrong with that. It's an inverted hammer rejection. I don't read the candlesticks, Trev. I do know what a hammer can. I know what some of those are. I've seen them, but you know. Elephant crushing a man, a fight in Pakistan, a naked woman fighting a small boy. What the world? Oh. You saw a naked girl pull up her skirt and beat on some Indian guy. I saw, I sent it to, I don't know if I can play it on here. Let me see. Might gross some of you guys out. So. I sent, I may not be able to find it because we send so many TikToks back and forth, but this woman was being arrested. And she told the cop, she's like, I gotta poop. And he's like, no, you can do it when you get to the jail. And she pulls her pants down and poops right in front of him. It was hilarious. Well, it's gross, but it's hilarious. I don't know, Live Prop. You came into a little bit of a shit show, if you will. Oh, I don't know what she was wearing. Oh, I don't remember. I just hit the link, but it's not pulling it up. Oh well. Probably best not to show it over here anyway. On here anyway, huh? Don't want to gross people out. Probably gross them out just by talking about it, though. Oh, well. I thought it might show me here, but it doesn't. Never mind. Yeah, this is kind of a tricky spot. Guys, let's just be honest with each other, okay? If you are red or you haven't taken any trades yet today, it might be a day where you just walk away because the move has happened already. I mean, after we get this and then we get this, the rest of the day, probably not going to be great. So, you're a prairie dogging? Side effect of crack addiction, being a poop person. Oh, Mark Zuckerberg purchased the entire dark web. I have no idea. Zuckerberg. I mean, we can just tell the difference in these candles. Like, you know, coming into here before this little boner back up here, but you know, the size of the candles have just died off. You go from having 40-point candles to back to normal, you know, 10, 12-point candles, 20-point candles. So, unless Cheeto Man starts talking again, I don't know who that is. Zabak! You really used to think white girls didn't poop because of the 80s TV. They were always look good, perfect. You knew sisters would poop. Zabak. Oh, Zabak thought white women didn't poop. Yeah, they poop. They got some farts that will run you out of the room too, especially pregnancy farts. Anybody ever experienced the old pregnancy farts? We're about to bring somebody out of the woodwork here by talking about the pregnancy farts. Oh my goodness. Today's trade is finished. I don't know, Triple D. It's tough to take anything after this. This is a gangster wick. Yeah, maybe. I mean, the pushback up still makes sense, right? I don't think we have any more liquidity lower that makes sense to run. But that's just my opinion. You know, obviously you got to continue with structure, right? Higher high, lower low, higher high, or higher low, higher high. Well, that really didn't count. That's kind of a crappy swing, but you get the point. Just continue making higher highs and higher lows here, and you'll be all right. If you fail, which we kind of do have a failed pivot here, and then a lower low here, so it's kind of starting a little bearish structure here. ES moving back below the VWAP. Really got to close above. Well, did we close it? We did. No, we didn't close above this. So we really do have to close back above this in order to kind of just keep that bullish structure up. But we'll see. See, there's Crystal. It was the baby. It's like two farts in one. Inverted hammer candle rejection. Definitely wasn't the baby. Yeah, ICT. We're discussing farts, man. That's what happens. Once you take your trade, it's on to Fart Central. Now, I'll tell you what Crystal would do. She would fart in the car and not say anything. Leave the windows up and wait for it to hit your nose. And then you be, God! And just roll the windows down. So, there you go. There you go. I huff farts. Hey, there's people that buy farts in a jar. That's how crazy people are nowadays. Now, I expect her to just roll her window down and not say anything, ICT. 28 to 30. I think we got to get back above 43. If we close above this inversion, I think we pop. I mean, you could maybe look at this as like a little breakout. It's not very clean, though, right? That's not very clean. Maybe we could look at the 2 minute. Is it any better? 2 minutes probably better here. So if you get this candle's high, the body of this candle to close above this here, then we probably go. You got 40 seconds on it. And you would kind of target that up there. It looks like it's going to go here, so unless it just rejects in the next 30 seconds. And this is just basic breakout stuff. Nothing. I mean, and it works. It's nothing. It doesn't. Trading doesn't have to be fancy. You know what I mean? It's definitely not funny that way. Crystal. Yeah, trading doesn't have to be anything fancy. You can kind of keep it simple. So, I mean, there's the close above. Not very convincing close above, but it's close above. You can see pulling back. We are 2 minutes outside the macro here. I mean, you really want this to be like a full candle close above, ideally. That's kind of a weak, yeah, it's a weak close. Does feel like it goes. But who knows when or how. You're simple-minded. Yeah. 485 initial balance. Yeah, 485 point. My internet seems to be acting up. You guys getting any little circle of death over there on it? Is it the internet or what? Can't tell. Yeah, Citizen Zero. Good job. But yeah, I would like, you know, if you're being kind of like a little more patient, then I really would just wait for the close above this inversion. We get above this, that'll be pretty bullish. We're kind of creating a range here, just kind of chopping. I mean, it still hasn't failed yet. The breakout stops right there at the lows, 82. It's like a 30-point stop. The homie would do a silent fart, act like he's putting on the AC and roll up all the windows and put the hot air, lock the windows. Yeah, come out. That sounds like something me and my friends would do. Me and my cousins. Me and Husk. That's what we do to each other. Yeah, Peter, my internet was acting stupid. I don't know what's going on. Oh, it keeps telling you grinder internet detected? Oh, you can see, look at that, just pushing back lower. That's why I don't, like, to me, you're kind of in an area where once it breaks, it's going to go. But until then, you don't really know what's going to happen, so. Needs to get pushed. It needs to push back above this gap. Get it back above that gap, we probably run. Now, if you're into range trading, I mean, we're certainly in a range right here, right? So if you think we're bullish, buy the bottom. If you think we're bearish, sell the top. Just depends on your opinion. I'm not personally going to do that, but I don't see anything wrong with it. Your Ninja Trader's way behind data? So that means you know what's going to happen before you enter the trade, Mike. That's perfect. You know what's going to happen before you. The only problem is it probably enters you, 12, 10 points above or below where you want it to. I still think we got more upside here. Excuse me, but I don't really know. Ours was down most yesterday. They hire some sketchy people. Dean, come on, man. You do know I was a cable guy, Dean. Come on. Look at the daily chart. Why did I think there would be any consistent bullishness? I mean, the daily, at some point you got to have a push back up, though, right? At some point. I was a cable guy, or is that why you're saying that? I mean, you do have a big gap in the daily up here at 813. I don't quite know what that is. You guys have that gap there? Let's look at the hourly. Here's Ms. lagging. Yeah. You lost accounts that way? I have too. I've done that before. I've lost accounts that way too. Yeah, I mean, the hourly's trying to look a little bullish on the pushback up, but what did we just tap into also? We kind of tapped right into the body of these candles, 21,096, pulling back off that level. 15-minute, same thing, kind of tapped into these down closed candles here. Big 15-minute gap, was unable to kind of get back above it. 5 minutes. Yeah, I mean, 5-minute looks very similar. We'll see how this candle closes here. We could start getting a 5-minute trend. Oh, Dean, you knew. You're just messing with me. Rude. Rude, Dean. But now I get to do this, Dean. I said that the other day. We get to do this for a living now. It's fine. So, Cable Guy is one of your favorite movies? Yes, Jim Carrey is excellent. He is excellent. I am here to give you some cable. We did lose that short-term 1-minute trend line, too. Little trend line there. We lost it. I mean, the line in the sand on the ES is going to be that 58 to 62 level. That's going to be the line in the sand. Again, I think we're going to bounce between that and 88 until we get a break in one direction or the other today, probably. Equal lows on the 1 minute. Relative. They're relative. Oh, wait. Or were they? They could have been. Were those equal? 36.50. You said they aren't. Yeah, they're not. Close, though. So, again, we didn't tap into OTE here. I mean, earlier on the pushback down. I mean, this could be kind of where we're going. Look for a bounce out of that. We hit the 50% mark now, which we left earlier by 1 point. So just bounced off the 50% mark there. Could be an okay long spot here, really. Small SMT. Small SMT here. What could be of a stop would I have here? 20 points. What do we got going on here? 10:56 coming up on the top of the hour. Let's see here. Chop suey. Yeah. You know why? Also, this is down here near that kind of 21,000 psych level. Let's see if we retest that inversion. $30 points down. We'll see if we can make it there. I don't know. We'll see, Trev. Yes, touch that 62 area again. Let's see if we push back up from here. Retest the 50 at least. Would kind of make sense. Ha ha! Let's go. I took that. If you didn't take that, what are you doing? I took that off of this right here. Double bottom on the ES. A little pop. Up into the 9. Took it for $350 over here on one funded account. No drawdown trade. Nice. Your Ninja's frozen? Oh, goodness. That sucks. I don't know what's going on with Ninjas lately. That was a timely exit on my part. You see, I tried it. I tried it there. A little too soon. Took the small loss. Entered again there. So, 17 points. Makes up for the little whatever loss. 7-point loss. So we're up 160 on that account now. Be done for the day on that one. You see, that one didn't take any trades today. Just looking for a little bounce. Took it into the 9. That was the first 9 touch too there, guys. Down 30 points. That might have been the better play. I don't like shorting into support, though. It's kind of where we're at. How many contracts do I normally trade? One forever, unless I'm feeling frisky. And that's a bad time when I'm feeling frisky. I felt frisky on my evals the last few days, but trying to be a little more patient is the word I'm looking for with those right now. So it looks like I was one set up too soon on that, which a lot of times when you're trying to pick bottoms, that's what happens, right? You're like one too soon. But check out that ES. I'm telling you guys, this is the buy zone. You can literally just buy this zone. 5-point stop. Seems easy, right? Seems easy. Seems easy. But it is in fact not easy. This new 15-minute will either break or yeah, I think we're ripping. I mean, obviously it looks like it. Kind of generated low resistance liquidity too on this way down. A little trend line action. So I think a run back up into the 130s at least is in play here. Didn't quite retest this inversion. Got close. Maybe it wants to make one more sweep lower and then manipulate one more time and then go. Look at this boy. Out with his diaper on, playing outside. Looks like he has a glasses case and a juice. A glasses case in one hand and a juice in the other. Oh. So back 100, if we print 10 or under, will be interesting. So we either hit 100 at the VWAP or down. I don't know. We'll see. I think one more push lower here. Manipulate lower one more time. One more manipulation and then see if we can actually get a nice breakout from there. We feel the ES gap up from the NVIDIA spike on its earnings announcement, top and bottom of it. Yeah. 24-hour stream, Rad? No, 12-hour stream tomorrow. So if you want to come on, probably, I don't know where you're located, Rad. But we got Tom coming on probably like 2 to 4, maybe 4:30, and then we have Yoma will come on like 4 to 5, 5:30, and then between 6 and 8 are really the dog days. That's the dog hours of trading. So if you're awake, you could come on then. It's up to you. Come on a little later. Doesn't matter. Pine Tree Trader here. Look at him. He's out and he's got water. Look at him over here flexing. He's got the lake in the background. He's got the birds chirping. He's got some... What are those? What are those things called? Swans? Swans? Ducks? You don't have to buy a microphone at Tom as long as as long as you got something that sounds all right. So, oh, over here listening to Pine Tree. Sun in the face. That's right. He said he got a snowstorm today. Oh, he is streaming. Pine Tree is on. Connection loss anyways when it turned against you, so you can't get out. Oh man, that's not good, Zabak. Gray Goose. Do we get a little breakout? Do we get a little breakout going here? I don't know. I don't think it went quite. I mean, no SMT. Looks like it's wanting to go. Or is it going to fill out the M pattern? Doesn't look like it. Look like it's going to be more of a... That kind of looks like a... Do camels have ears like that? I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't have put ears. It's a camel pattern. Look at that artiste. Look at that artiste from like 3 a.m., Matt. Looks like a rounded bottom. Yeah, it could be. Yeah, it kind of does look like that too, right? Nice little... One finger with a fat thumb. Although these last couple of breakouts haven't really worked, right? I mean, these haven't been that clear, though. This one probably looks a little better, but I don't know. Ugh. Man, if my butt's hurting today after, what, an hour and 54 minutes, I don't know how it's going to feel after 12 hours. 12 hours, not going to be good. Do you guys think it would be crazy if I went 2 minis on my Apex accounts instead of 1, like I'm doing on Bulenox? I don't know how crazy that would be. I mean, I know it's too much risk, but it is nice to make $600, but it would not feel nice to lose $600. So, scale the second one in. I don't know, man. I'm only looking for 15 points, so it's hard to scale the second one in, right? Kind of hard to scale it in. It might make more sense to do it if I was on where I can maybe go micros, maybe go 15 micros, take 8 off at the first TP, and then let the other 7 run or something like that. Every 5 points. Yeah, I guess I could do that, but that stuff happens so fast sometimes on the NQ. Can kind of get in trouble doing that. I mean, so far on the, you can see on the Bulenox, I mean, it's been working out. We're up $1,400. We've had 3 winning days and 1 losing day. I think on those, that one's up 1,000. This one's more because we traded the news with it yesterday, so a couple more trades on that one will be at the payout level. The Apex accounts really aren't up that much. $600 on these at the bottom. Yeah, they're all, those at the bottom are all right around $600. I think we got a little more profit on the ones towards the top. Maybe a couple of them. Oh, that one's only 400. Maybe not. I guess not. They're all up about $600. That one's up $800. So still quite a ways to go on those. This is still in drawdown after the other day. And then first day on the take profit traders, you know, consider doing it 2 minis on those too, but I don't know. It probably is too much risk either way, to be honest. Most likely is. Probably just keep it to 1. Keep it simple. Yeah, to step away, looks like we bounced to 21,000 area. Yeah, we did. We got close to it. Not quite all the way there, but this breakout does look like it's probably going to work. Again, I think if we get above this inversion, that reasonable to think we push into the 230s. All right, retesting that inverse there. Let's see what we get. Doesn't get through there. Oh, Tom is still on. Is Tom doing a giveaway? Yes, approaching the VWAP right there at the 76. See if it wants to pop it. Do we got a potential 5-minute setup here? Let me see. Not really that clean. I mean, we could go ahead and draw the trend line for the short, though. So that would be your short. Paid in nature. What up, John? How's it going, Joseph? Close above the 20, you're targeting VWAP. We don't really have anything like the 5-minute to me. It's not. You could maybe put this here, but like, I don't know. To me, that's still not even. It's not that clean. $55-point candle. Nice. You're going to have an inversion here on the close of this as well. Stop is going to be quite large, though. 50-ish points if you want it to be where it needs to be. Been kind of looking at these setups more with the 5-minute, using the 5-minute breakout. These seem to keep you out of trades a lot more often. Keep you out of setups that fail. 12-point ATR on the 15-second. Goodness. Yeah, that's a lot. So if you're looking to take this 5-minute breakout, you would take it on the close of this candle. The problem is I would normally use a 30-point stop. I don't even think a 30-point stop is big enough. You would need some sort of a pullback to maybe get in. But You could just take it off this and stop to break even really up here at the 140 area. I've been kind of paying. I took a 5-minute break of structure trend last night as well, and it worked for 30 points. Typically, I would go 30-point take profit, 30-point stop loss on these. So probably would be targeting like 150, like the 150 area for your target. But the problem is, like, where does your stop go on this? Like, if you just had just a standard 30-point stop like I'm talking about, then your stop would be at 90. So stop to break even would be right there at 140. I'm just tape reading this to see how it works out. So there's stop to break even. Oh, I moved the wrong one. Stop to break even. And then your target would be 150. Did we hit 150 on that push up? 147. This is where these plays get me nervous, because I'm like, man, I was already up 20. I mean, we were already up 27, 28 points there. How do I not take any profit, right? On the higher time frames, you definitely got to be more patient, right? I would actually probably move my stop back, because I 100% I think this hits. I think having the stop, I mean, you're supposed to move your stop to break even here, but I think this hits. I'm going to move it back to break it to 90. You don't want to get stopped out and then let it run. Even though technically that is the break even, I think this hits a high probability of the time. All right, boom. There you go. Another 30-point banger right there that I didn't take. But I tape read it with you guys. Called it out in real time. Keep it simple, right? What up, Vince? Anybody take this 5-minute breakout? I do like these trades. I've been paying more attention to these more and more. And you can have a very high win rate on these trades. And I'm talking like 80, 85% using the 5-minute. I'm not switching strategy when it comes to this kind of stuff. But it's pretty logical. I think you do have to have bigger stops. You have to have 30, 35-point stops. But you're also going to have bigger targets, 30-point targets, right? This is real simple. 5-minute trend line. We break the trend, close above, right? Enter on the close, 30-point stop, 30-point take profit. Not that difficult. So, nice job, Joseph. Did the same thing you did yesterday, complete tilt, trying to get one of the PAs back to equal. Yeah. You almost took it, Trev. Should have took it, man. Should have took it. I've just been paying more and more attention to these things, and they work a lot more often than you kind of realize. You're like, oh, the 5-minute chart's so slow. But, like, it just works, man. It just works. I don't know why, but it does. So, like, if I was looking for a short, like, eventually later on in the day, maybe, you know, you get a couple of these. And then maybe you get up here and you get a 5-minute close below. That would kind of be your short. And then you would target kind of that 21020 area. But 15-minute breakout. You know, took a trade this morning. One of those mornings when I don't feel like trading. I don't blame you, Vince. Like, I mean, I sat here and watched, you know, almost a 500-point move lower. So, yeah, that kind of makes sense, Trev. A little more reliable. I can music. I'm still refining it, and I am using this based on someone else's information, and I'm not going to reveal who that is until I'm confident in this, right? Until I'm extremely confident in it, and I take these trades in my fundeds with no problem. So, and then I will let you guys know who it is and all that kind of stuff. But there's someone out there that is trading just like this, and they have a very high win rate. And yeah, I like him. Super nice guy. But we'll put him out there once we get a little more information. Maybe another week. But so far, the trades that I have outlined and not necessarily taken, but at least outlined, 12 out of 14 on the 5-minute. 12 out of 14. That's pretty darn good. The 5-minute is your execution time frame. You got the advice from Al Brooks. Filters out a lot of the noise. Makes sense, right, Joseph? Trading Mints blue, 3 evals past 1. Sounds like me yesterday, Trading Mints. So, no funded accounts. Well, you got one. You got one, or no funded trades today is what you mean. You got one for tomorrow. Anybody else notice that Take Profit Trader passed the accounts again? So I was day 2 on my 2 accounts, and they passed me. I hit the target, and they went ahead and gave me the pro accounts on day 2. Guys, Bulenox 91% off sale does end tomorrow. So don't wait until Monday and be like, oh, man, I wish I would have got the 91% off sale. It ends tomorrow, 80% off. You got a few more days on Apex on the 80% off. So I have not backtested it yet, come out on video. This is just me taking it in real time. So let's go, Matt. You the man. Appreciate you. But 91% off ends tomorrow. Apex 80% off ends on March 4th, I think. Yeah, Vince, on day 2. I don't know. I mean, like, I got these pro accounts. They were literally on day 2. So, Forever Noble, it took me about 9 or 10 months to pass my first combine. And then, so I got my first account maybe 9 months in, 9 or 10 months in. And then from there, it took me another 3 months or so to get a payout. 3 or 4 months to get my first payout. So, yes, Vince, they did. They gave it to me on day 2. They've done that 2 days in a row. Two accounts in a row, they've sent me the email on day 2 and said you passed. Because, you know, you can only make 50% in day 1, so they can't do it on day 1. But on day 2, at the close of business, they sent me an email, said you passed, go ahead and activate. I guess they figure you're just going to flip anyway, which I will. Take Profit Trader 50% off. Don't forget about that. Use code MM for that one. So, streamer's privilege. Yeah, nah, they don't know I'm a streamer. Trust me. There is one person there that knows I stream, and his name's Anthony, and he's like the affiliate person for everybody. So, you know, other than him, like, I'm sure nobody else knows. So, they need my fee. Exactly. They want my fee. My $130 fee. They're like, let's go ahead and pass him so he can buy more accounts. So we do have 2 pro accounts with Take Profit Trader. Working on a 3rd one, you know. Oh, man, Coach Fred. I've done something stupid like that before where I was trying to flip the account. I thought I was on a mini or on a micro, and I was on a mini. And I didn't realize it until after I lost the trade, and then I went on tilt and just blew it. So tilted me up, and I blew it. It can happen. That's the reason why they do that. They allow you to flip, but they want you to trade 5 days. They're hoping you do that. You did that on the first account I ever passed. Hey, there's a guy. I'm going to tell you guys. There's a guy that how do you say this? I mean, there's no other way to say it. He's an idiot. He would trade his, so let's say he picks up a 50K eval from Apex. He would hit the $3,000 profit target and continue to trade, and he'd work it up to $5,000 or $6,000 when he doesn't need to. After he's already been explained several times, like, look, once you hit the target, you stop. And then the trailing drawdown would get him. He would take a loss, and the trailing drawdown would get him, and he'd blow the account after he passed it. And I'm like, what are you doing? And I explained it to him several times, and he still kept doing it. Peter, got tired of blowing funded, so I switched to a micro on your new take profit, but been taking every setup, having a blast. Yes, they do come out immediately, Peter. You don't have a day where I pay 500 in commissions because I took 1 million micros. Yeah, you'll tell right away, Peter. So, forgot about the intraday trailing events. Yeah, I don't know why he did that. So, oh, you reset them in the... Well, that's a little different than just continuing to trade, right? He just continued to trade, and he did it over and over and over. I couldn't talk to him anymore. I'm like, you know. Actually, to be honest, it wasn't me that even spoke to him. It was someone else. I'm not going to say their name because that person could be watching, and they might know I'm talking about them. So, so I'm not going to say their name. Well, it wasn't me directly talking to him, but it was someone I know very close with. So, very close with. And again, this could be a spot where, like, you know, we might get a short trigger here on the 5 minute. If you kind of, you know, we've got a touch here, a touch here. We do. The only thing I don't love is this one here. You kind of got a little bounce spot right there. So if it closed below, that spot could kind of hold us up. So I don't love that. I guess that's not that clear on the 5 minute though. It's kind of right there on the 5 minute. More than likely bounces here, but let's see. It would need to close below here, and then like your first target would be down here. But really, I'd like it to go along with bias. I'm not so sure that we're bearish here. I don't know. FCL breaks, not great with other tickers. Let me see. What's CL looking like over there? Oh, yeah, by the way, guys, did you guys see what CL did to me yesterday? It shot me in the tick and then went right to my target. Literally stopped me. I wish I could. I can't show you guys now because I'm not on it anymore. I'm not on that account anymore on CL. But yeah, you remember on that second trade where I got stopped out? It literally shot me in the tick and then ran lower to my target. So yeah, we got great weather, Joseph. It's going good. Does the name start with an H and end with a K? No, it doesn't, Coach Fred. Husk would never do that. Well, maybe he would. So this might trigger a short. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. Do I love this short? And this is a situation where I'm going to use the ES to kind of like, you know, this probably keeps me out of this trade. This is too close to the buy zone for my comfort. But this area has been touched, quite a few times after the move up. So it could push through there. So I'll read this. I'll tape read this one. I'm not taking it. You guys decide if you want to take it. Now, the only thing I will say is we would have a 5 minute bearish inversion here. And we did fail to make a new high here. So we have a failed pivot and you'd have a bearish 5 minute inversion. I don't know. ES did tap the 88, but so far not closing below. Looks like it's going to just hold above. So that might keep us out of this. Could have taken that, yeah. So there's the close. No close above there, or no close below. Just on the line. This still could work, but I'm a little leery of it. You can take it if you want to. 30-point stop, 30-point take profit. So take profit would be 37.50. There's take profit. Stop's going to be 97.50. So again, it's not one I would take, but still could work. I don't know. Just stopped you at 20 by a tick. Oof, Dan, that sucks. That sucks. You're getting ready for a possible dump. Maybe. We'll see. 941. Oh, we do have that pivot down there. I see that. Yeah, see, this is one. Like I said, it's not one I would have taken, but just because I don't like where the ES is. This is one where the ES keeps me out of a trade. And plus, we didn't really close below this trend line. We did inverse the 5-minute there. Well, we didn't really close below. We're not stopped out yet, though. One, two, three is one area. If we don't hold these lows, maybe break out. Yeah. So still not stopped out yet, but certainly taking way more heat on it than you'd like. I think it gets stopped out. Pretty sure. Pretty sure it gets stopped out. Now, it would be a good sign if it closed back near the open of this candle. This candle can close back down in that 64 area, and that would be all right. That's a pretty good reaction so far. Now let's see how the candle closes. It needs to close down at the open. Pine Tree Trader here. Pine Tree, we watched your short on stream a few minutes ago from yesterday where you're outside. You had the ducks in the background, the swans, the birds chirping, a little lake with the snow all around you. I said, yeah, you can't make that video today. He said he's in a snowstorm today. He's in a snowstorm today. Can't do it. Pine Tree's following you. He is. He's over there flexing on us. He's trying to flex on us. Little snow bunny. Yeah. A little snow bunny. So it's not a favorable, this is not a favorable close. I do think it feels like this just continues to push. See if it can kind of get back down into the 60s in the next 30 seconds. I don't know. Holding the 5-minute 9 for now. See what this new candle opens up. Maybe gives us a little bearish engulfing candle here. Needs to open up and start to push down immediately, though. Interesting. Well, it listened to me for just a moment. Then it said no. 30% rule on the 25K Alfred is $440. Let me do the math. $1,600 times 0.30. $480. That's minimums. It can close above the VWAP. I will get ready for a run. Maybe. Did that stop us out? I think it did. I mean, we're not in it. No, one tick away. One tick away. Reject 120 to 140 area again. We'll see. ES is kind of at the VWAP here. All right, there you go. Would have been stopped there. Again, I said that's not one I would take, right? We didn't really... This is just an inversion. We didn't close below the pivot point. We would have needed to close down here at the 55 for that to be a close below, or close below the trend. But that is kind of dirty of it here to push back up like that. I have no idea. I hate weeks. No idea. Those are seagulls and ducks on the short. Oh, 465 area. Yeah. I mean, I still think this could close below. If we put in a 5-minute OB here and it does close kind of below here. A little more than 2.5 minutes left on this. Okay. What do we got here? All right, I think I'm going to enter here too. Target that 3750 area. For how long if we don't break the low of the last two 5-minute candles? Yeah. I think I would like for it to go lower. We'll see. I think we have room now. ES pushed back up into the VWAP, so I think we have room now for a little push lower. So let's kind of see here. What up, CK Trade? I took all winners today, CK Trades. We are in a trade now, though. We'll see how it turns out. See if we want to attack that 3750 area if we can get there. We print low 60s, we drop. We print high 80s, we pop. Yeah, it doesn't look good so far. Here's the new candle. Your code's not working for who? FFN? I don't know who that is. FFN? I don't know who that is. Funded Futures Network. Yeah, I don't have a code with them. I do not have a code with them. Pushing back lower here. Kind of watching the ES. If the ES approaches the 64 area, I'm going to probably either close the position or go break even, at least. Down Invictus. 50Ks all in, no activation fee for $75 up to 10 accounts. Nice. What up, 100 lot? How you doing? All right, ES is approaching the 64s. I'm going to go break even. Short from 67. So I'm break even here. Target the 37, 50. Break even here, looking for 37.50. $20,900. Here we come again. Maybe. Up 395. Let's go, Marcin. Nice job. Oh, dang it. It came back and stopped me out. Break even. That's all right. Yes, is at that area there, 62. There's some support here, yeah. Trying to see if we get one more push lower here on my eval. Just looking for a couple of points. Just watching it. Number one prop, I don't know. I mean, I like Take Profit Trader. I like My Funded Futures. I'm still using Apex and Bulenox. Number one, maybe. I don't know. I still like Apex. I think my headphones are like about to die or something. They're like going crazy. What in the heck is going on? Headphones are going crazy. I have no idea. Something's going nuts over here. All right. All right, here comes the push lower here. Still trying to target that 37 area if we can get it. I don't know if we've got enough room to kind of get down there, but maybe we do. Got equal lows down there near the 50. See if we get through those equal lows. We should be able to run a little bit here. See if we can do that. ES back to that support zone though, so try to be careful. Come on, give us the death candle. That's not the death candle. You took a 1200 daily hit on the Apex 50K. Oh, that sucks. Yeah. You gotta hate that. This thing's still gonna go. I don't know, man. I think it gets, if it gets below those equal lows down there at the 50, should kind of be able to go. Oh, I guess they're not at they're at 53.50 equal lows. Just need one more good push lower here. There we go. Let's go. All right. Come on. Give me the 37s. Give it to me. Give it to me. Stops at break even. Give it to me. You dirty. You dirty girl. Should do a 4 a.m. to 4 p.m. Yeah, I'm going to... Well, I don't know if I'll do 4 p.m., John, because I have to pick my daughter up. I look caca probably like 7. I don't know, 6 or 7. Whatever it says above my head, it's like $5,000 or something. 5 or 6 grand. I don't remember exactly. So stops at break even at 81 or 79 pretty much. That's the thing about these trades like this. You have to really be patient with these things. You need to just put your stop where it needs to be and just walk away or whatever. Boom. There it is. Target acquired to the T. To the T. What up, Mad Moxie? Oh, 2 p.m. Next target. 20. Look at her go. Glad I showed a little patience on that. Clean, clean, clean right there, guys. I took that 30 points right there. $600 on the MyFunded Futures account. Let's go. That was kind of a butt-clenching hold, though. I'm not going to lie. There's a couple of little wicks back up there kind of had me scared. I entered here, and then this wick pushed back up. Well, I took like 15 points, 12 points of drawdown. So, yeah, I know I didn't execute on the screen there, guys, but I called this out in real time, and I told you exactly when I was getting in and what I was targeting. So, yeah, what had me worried about it was the freaking ES, man. It just pulled back right into that zone. This is when I decided to enter, if you guys are wondering, because I didn't enter on the first. I didn't enter here. But once ES rejected the VWAP there, I was like, all right, I think this looks good enough. And I got in. But that's the buy zone. We kept bouncing there. Kind of had me a little concerned, but it worked its way through it. So, worked its way through it. I'm telling you guys, these 5-minute plays, they've been paying. Man, they've been paying. It's just something a little different that I've been paying attention to. Scalp the last 600. Normally try to hold for a big plays, but not today. Yeah, nothing wrong with that, Nate. I mean, I don't hold for big plays either. 30 points. If I get a 30-point move like that, I mean, this is more than 30. This was... What did we take? I took my profit at 30 points. So we took profit up here at the 46s. But 37 was the target. I'm just keeping this, right now I'm keeping it very mechanical. Maybe eventually I'll get to where I leave a runner or two on. Not with minis. Maybe I can trade one account with micros or something. So. Oh. See Big Green, take it. That's right. Yeah. I like 30 points is good enough. I mean, these targets make sense. But beyond this, I don't really know what's going to happen. We talked about it tapping into this previous inverse earlier. But man, I like that. I wasn't even going to take another trade on that account, and then all of a sudden I saw that. You like 7 points? Me too. I don't care. I'll take 7. Watch 1 hour daily charts. You'll be even more successful. Yeah. No. The message was about tomorrow, London, Tom. So wanted to get you on tomorrow for London. Do a joint stream. I'm going to do a 12-hour stream tomorrow, Tom. So we'll get you on. I mean, I think, what time do you start? 2 a.m. Eastern or 3? As long as you're good, as long as you're not doing anything. I don't think you're doing anything anyway. Are you? 2 a.m. All right. So we'll start it at 2 a.m. and probably end the stream at 2 p.m. 2:45 p.m. Watch the 1 hour, trade the 5 second. Let's go, Nate. Whatever makes you successful. Whatever works for you. Just pretending you trade. Perfect. That's what I'm doing too, Tom. That's what I'm doing. I'm calling out these bangers, but I'm not taking them all. I did take that one. I called out this 5-minute long earlier, and I did not take it. It was actually cleaner than the short, in my opinion. The short didn't necessarily go along with my bias. I'm not quite sure how far we pull back, so... Still going lower. I'm watching the 5-minute, 15 chart, not even out of range. So I'm like, with smaller time frames freak people out. Yeah. Yeah, that's the problem, Treff, is I don't want to size down. I still want to trade a mini. But maybe I need to do that. I don't know. I mean, if this 5-minute keeps playing, you never know. Tom, no, I need to take that off there. I keep forgetting. Let me do that now. I forgot. I just keep forgetting to take that off there. Let me log in now and do it. Log in with YouTube? Sure. 5-second allows 2 to 5 point stops, but yes, you get the chaos. Yeah. Well, I'm on the 1-minute time frame, 1 minute, 30 seconds typically, but I don't always get entries. That's the thing, is like I don't always get entries on my strategy using that time frame. So like I am not changing strategies because I don't want to be a strategy hopper, but I don't think there's anything wrong with adding something to your strategy, right? So there's nothing wrong with adding something through new to it. So all right. You're waiting for the long. Is your code Bulenox? Yeah, it's working, Scott. It should just be one for the 50K option 1. Exactly, Trev. Wait. Well, Bulenox says the website's down. What is going on here? Bulenox.com is down. Anybody else having that problem? That could have something to do with it not working. Okay, now it's working. But yeah, you got to make sure it's option 1 50K. If you're trying to buy a 25K, it's not going to work. So are you buying a 50K or a 25K there? Beef dips and wild rice. It says MM, capital M, capital M. You're mixing up all kind of strategies, ICT with supply and demand, trend lines. Yeah, I mean, whatever. Sometimes you got to do that. Yeah, try to make sure it's capital, Scott. You're thinking of longing. I mean, I don't think it's a bad area to long. I would probably wait for the reclaim of 58 on the ES again. I went to the 1 hour. I meant to go to the 1 minute. I don't think it's a bad zone to long out of. I really don't. I mean, you got the psychological level here, 21,000. Pop back up into the 40s. Kind of makes sense. Oh, it worked. All right. Thank you, Scott. You the man. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too, Trev. Like this kind of like right into this area here. If you get some sort of positive reaction, I think it pushed back into the, well, maybe into the 25 initially because of the pivot. But the 40s seem reasonable too. Crash all the way down. It could. What up, Bob? We had a good day today. We had a great day, Bob, actually. We are green everywhere. Evals, fundeds, everything. So we've picked really good spots, I think, so far today. I mean, like if you're a fib trader, then this is a good spot to long. If you're just like one of the people that just buy kind of that golden pocket or whatever you want to call it, right? If you're a fib trader, you're looking at the golden pocket. The golden pocket. You're right there in the golden pocket. So, we in it, 100 Lot says. Can you explain Bulenox payout rules? Sure, AB. Trade 10 days. Don't make them more than 40% of your total profits be in a single day. So if you're going for the minimums, $3,600 on a 50K account, can't make more than $1,440 in a day. They don't really want you copy trading Bulenox across other prop firms, but I've heard of people doing it and still getting payouts. Do that at your own risk. And that's pretty much it. You can do anything else that you really want. So I recommend requesting on Friday. You'll have it approved by Monday evening, early Tuesday, in your account by Wednesday. Trading the 1 minute is better for YouTube viewers too. Many viewers watch for big wins and losses and big moves. 5-minute candles take away from the hype. Yeah, that's true. That's true, Trev. Pretty much that's what I do, Trev. But yeah, the golden pocket's paying so far. I mean, that's a nice 20-point bounce. It doesn't look like much here, but that's a 20-point bounce so far. Got to just get through that 9. Get through the 9, you retest the pivot at 25. Little top of the hour action. I'm about 5.5 hours from Jacksonville, but I go to Jacksonville quite a bit. Not as much lately because we got a lot going on with the kids, but yeah, I go to Jacksonville quite a bit. That's one of my favorite places to go. You got the best bet there. You got I don't know, a lot of card rooms there. And it's also a nice place. You know, you got the beach. You got all kinds of stuff to do there. It's kid friendly. You know, all the things. Yeah, exactly, Pine Tree. The 1-9 cross. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. Trev's long. Let's go. Oh, you're in Jackson. Yeah. You told me before you're in Jacksonville, right? Now, I would be careful up here in the 35-40 range. ES is retesting the 58 from the bottom side. Could get a rejection up here, so just be careful if you are long. If this thing gets through the 21, I think we run this wick at the 38. But beyond that, I'm not so sure. ES could turn back down. If it reclaims the 58 and the 62, then we're off to the races. But we'll see. Am I having more kids? Not planning on it, 100 Lot. I'm not planning on it. 17, 15, 8-year-old boys. Woo! Yeah. Yeah, I got 16, 15 boys. No, 16, 15 boys, 13 boy, 13 girl, 10-year-old girl, 7-year-old girl, 2-year-old boy, 21-year-old girl. So, get up to 12, 100 Lot? Nah. How many dogs? Just one. What up, Maxie? Wake up, bud. He's over there asleep. Yeah, there's 8 kids between us there, AB. Whole soccer team, that's right. 1 second works, but a little messy. You can see, like, right there, pushed up into the 30s, kind of pulling back there. ES is almost touching the 58. Just be careful. Use code MM. I gotta pay for these kids, man. They're all spoiled. They all want daddy's money, you know. March 1 is D-Day for Prop Firm News, is it? We'll see. We'll see. I don't know. I could be completely wrong on this whole whatever regulations, but I think that's nothing going to happen. I mean, that's just my personal opinion, but I could be completely wrong. I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. I can be wrong again, but, you know, we'll see. Oh, there's Max. You hear him? All I got to do is make a little noise. Just little bumps on my desk. He's like, "Ruff, what is that? Who is making that noise?" So you can see ES pushed up there to the 57, kind of pulled back. Let's see if it's got enough power on this next push to get through there. If it can get through above 62, here we go. You the man, Black Beauty. I appreciate you. Max needs a partner. Get a puppy. Yeah, I know. I would. A 50K is 85. Well, Bob, at Bulenox, it is $15.95, I think. 75 says Nate. Even better. Gold Chess Club says, "Hey, Max." Yeah, he joins the screen. He joins it occasionally. He's like, "Oh, I will get in there." So you really want to see ES hold the 51 here, and Nasdaq needs to hold kind of this 10 area. We lose this area. Down goes Tyson, Rocky, somebody. So we could get a little elevator here if we lose this level. Although, in my opinion, I don't think there's really anything lower that we need to take out, but you never know with the market, right? You never know with the market. ES testing that 51 now. Let's see what happens. Now, I do think this is a cheap long area if you're so inclined. Stop at the low, 16 points. The upside target, maybe the 40. So risking 30. Risking 16 for 30 here, a little 1 to 2. Yeah, Barack, that's what I was going to say. Break even trade, Trev. Yeah, I mean, I think this spot makes sense to maybe try a stab. I'm not going to, but it does kind of make sense. What did I do on that other account? I don't even remember. I don't remember what I did on the Take Profit Trader account. 1445. All right. If you pan out, there's a lot of choppy daily lows. Yes, I've seen that, Nate. Down goes Frazier. There we go. There we go, Frank. Thank you. Thank you. Down goes Frazier. Yes, they do have trailing drawdown forever. They do offer option 2 accounts, but right now they're not really on sale for very cheap. They're at 45% off. The option 2 is an end of day drawdown account with an extra $500 in drawdown compared to Topstep or MyFunded. Well, I think MyFunded Futures has the same amount of drawdown. So it's like $2,500 in drawdown instead of $2,000, but compared to like Topstep or Take Profit Trader. But right now those are only 45% off, so not that cheap. So if you did take the long here, I'd probably go stop to break even at 25. You might even scale there. Yeah, because what is it? I mean, at 25, it's already 18 points. You might could even lock in some. Well, I was going to say you could lock in the 9 maybe if you wanted to, but I mean, that did give 15 points, 16 points there. Not too bad. 1 to 1 maybe. All right, guys and gals, I do think I'm going to call it there. Remember, Bulenox 91% off sale does end tomorrow night. Pick that up. Use the code MM if you want to support the channel. Hit the like button, subscribe if you want to also pick up some Apex accounts. 80% off. I think they're through March 4th. 50% off Take Profit Trader. 25% off MyFunded Futures. If you do get a MyFunded Futures account and you're not getting the discount, please at least use my code because I do get credit for it. It does help. Tradeify is still 30% off, I believe. I'm not sure. Day traders, I think, is still 80% off too. I've got codes all in the description. We'll be back tomorrow 2 a.m. Eastern for our 12-hour stream. So I'm going to need to get a nap this afternoon for sure. But appreciate all the support there, and we will see you guys tomorrow morning.